So welcome to our second sunrise yoga class. And this morning, the theme, I've titled the class Vinyasa 101. So Vinyasa means flow. And it's a style of yoga where you do a certain set of movements to flow in between all the different shapes that you take, all the different postures. And so we're going to learn, for some of you, many of you, it's a review, but it's always good to go back to the foundation and build up from the fundamentals, especially if we haven't been practicing for a while. So we're going to go from the very basics of how to do certain postures so that we can create that smooth flow. So let's begin this morning on our hands and knees in table position. And we're going to set up, whenever you're on your hands and knees, your fingers are spread and your index finger is pointing toward the top of your mat. So your hands are rotated just slightly out to the sides. And the inner elbow, the eye of your elbow is pointing toward the top center of your mat. So when you're on your hands, that's where you want to be. And we're going to begin to just kind of settle in. So feel your weight of your body on your hands, on the balls of your fingers, your thumb, your index finger, your pinky finger. Feel the weight spread across your hands and forward so that the balls of your fingers connect and you're not putting too much weight on your wrists. So this is where we want to be when we're on our hands. We're just going to pause here for a moment, feeling the strength of our foundation, whatever parts of your body are touching the earth, supported by the earth, and just begin to breathe. Just notice your breath. Bring your whole mind and body attention to this practice this morning. And we'll begin to deepen our breath. So a full inhale, chest, ribs, belly expand. And then full exhale through the nose, belly, ribs, chest, knit back in. And do that a few times on your own. Each time maybe sipping just a bit more air in, feel that full expansion. And the full release. The breath is one of the most important guides to our flow. For the pace of our flow, to know when we're overexerting, when we're stressing, it tells us to calm down, to slow down, to soften. So get used to noticing and following the pattern of your breath. One more full inhale and full exhale. Now we'll begin layering on some movement. So inhale, soften the belly, chest comes forward, gaze forward, cow, and then exhale. Round the spine, press up through the hands, tuck the chin, cat. Inhale, soften, chest forward, and exhale, round. Continue that pattern at your breath pace, just finding as much range of motion in your spine as you can. Coming to neutral position, let's take our left hand under our nose, so straight down under you on the mat. And we're going to inhale, sweep the right hand up and overhead. So reach it up toward the sky. Nice rotation here. And then exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, two more. Sweep it up, look up, and exhale. exhale, bring it down. One more. Up and down. You place the hand under your nose, so the right hand comes under your nose. The same thing on the other side. Inhale, sweep the hand up. Exhale, down. Two more. At your pace. Just follow your breath. Then coming back to center, putting both hands where they are normally. So again, index fingers toward the top of your mat, balls of the elbows forward. Feel the shoulder blades plant on the back, and we're going to gradually find our way into plank. So first, we're going to step our right foot back. Place the toes on the mat and just reach the heel. So a little opening in your calf this morning. Reach the heel back while you're pressing your hands forward, so you've got this lengthening. And then pick up the right foot and step it across the left, so all the way off your mat, and look over your left shoulder. So your body's creating kind of a crescent shape. Looking over the left shoulder, the right side of your body is really opening here. Inhale back to center. And we'll take the right knee down, and we'll do the same with the left. So plant the ball of the foot, press back, kind of warming up the calf. Couple of breaths. And then we're going to step the left foot over the right off your mat and look over your right shoulder. So crescent shape. Breathing into the left side body where you have some more space that you're creating in between your ribs as you take this shape. And then coming back to center, bring the knees down, and we're going to step our way very deliberately into plank. And just thinking about some of the things that we might do that aren't ideal in the plank position. So right foot steps back just like we did before. And then slowly step the left foot back. And the things we want to think about here, core and inner thighs are lifting. Heels are pressing back. And our crown of our head is pressing forward. So we're long in our spine. And our shoulder blades are drawing toward each other. So the chest is wide, shoulder blades drawing toward each other. Gaze toward the top of your mat. Nice and strong here. If you need to, bring your knees down, but keep the spine long. So either way. And then we're just going to release, knees down, coming back to our table position. Gradually, we're going to unfold into down dog. So again, tuck the toes, lift the knees about an inch or two. Feel the strength. Press into the balls of your fingers, really strong there on your foundation, and then send your hips up and back, lengthen. So from the hands all the way to the hips and down to the heels, we're creating a V shape. And then you can pedal, like bend one knee and bend the other knee, just to allow your body to slowly lengthen into this space, gently. First down dog of the day. Want to just give ourselves some time. And after you've pedaled out just a little bit, lengthen again. Settle your heels at whatever space they can go toward the ground, but don't worry if they're not touching. And then just find that nice V. And pause for a couple of breaths. So full inhale, full exhale. Then slowly walk your feet, tiptoe them all the way forward to the top of your mat to meet your hands. And then take your hands to opposite elbows. Allow your torso to connect to your thighs and just kind of sway a little bit side to side. Forward fold. Allow the head and neck to dangle, to release toward the earth. So you're kind of pouring your body over your foundation of your legs. Next, inhale, keeping your knees bent, sweep your arms wide to the side and up overhead. And release your hands down by your side. So that was our warm-up flow for this morning. Now a quick instruction. We're gonna focus on two of the most challenging transitions in Vinyasa that are repeated again and again. So it's good to get a really good form for these transitions. So first off, when we just take a look and and you can do this with me. When we place our hands, pretend we're in plank and we're placing our hands on the earth. If you stay straight in normal plank and you try to go down, there is no place to go. If you draw your hands straight back, your shoulders crunch up toward your ears, there's just like no room. So what we do in yoga is when we get ready to go down from high plank to low plank or to the earth, we draw the elbows toward the hips. So you bend the elbows, draw them toward the hips, and then your upper arms are in line with your torso and your forearms are at a 90-degree angle. So there's room to give your body that space to move. And this also really plants your shoulder blades on the back. It gives you really good upper body strength. So that's important as we make this transition. We're going to give you three options for the high plank, low plank, down dog sort of positioning if you're transitioning. So let's first get down on the mat, and we're going to step into plank. Plant your foundation with your hands and deliberately step into your plank. So we're going to start it with knees down just so that we know that option. So your long spine, you bend your elbows, and you come all the way down to the mat. And when you get down, you flip your feet so the tops of the feet come down, the toes are pressing into the earth. You drag your hands energetically, they don't move, but you drag them back toward your heel and you peel your chest up. And you continue peeling your chest up until you bend your knees and come back into your table position. Tuck your toes and come into down dog. So that's level one. Level two is that same movement, only we're not going to bend our knees. So if that's possible for you, same thing. But in this case, we're going to shift our bodies forward. So press the heels back, shift the body forward. The legs are strong. Bend the elbows, coming all the way down to the earth. So heart and hips come down together. We're not reaching our chest down first. Then peel the tops of the feet come down. Peel the chest up. And before you go too far, you want to be lifting your thighs here so that by the time your arms lengthen, your thighs and knees are off the ground and you're not overstressing with a super deep bend your low back. And then tuck your toes and come into your down dog. That's level two. Level three, all the way down. Give yourself a break here for a moment. And now let's press back up into table. We're going to step back into plank. And level three, shift forward, lower down halfway. And then flip your feet, chest comes forward, and tuck your toes, down dog. In that version, we never touch the ground. We go from high to low plank to up dog to down dog. So we're going to flow through a sun salutation series using, and you pick which one of those levels you want to do. So first two, I recommend we go all the way to the earth. And then if we're going to do four, and so if by the time we're doing 3 and 4, you want to challenge yourself to see if you can stay elevated the whole time, feel free. So let's stand up, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. So reach through the fingertips, long spine, fold all the way to the earth, dangle. Inhale, halfway up, hands on shins, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shift it. Let's take our knees down or stay full plank. Shift forward, lower down all the way to the earth slowly. Heart and hips come down together, tops of the feet come down. Peel it up. So drag the hands back, not so much pressing up. And then coming back up into tuck your feet, down dog. Step the right foot forward. Step the left foot forward. Fold. And then sweep your hands up overhead. Release your hands. Series 1. That was sun salutation 1. Inhale, one more. A little bit faster this time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lowering down. Tops of the feet come down, peeling it up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right foot follows. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. 2 more, your choice, how you want to do them. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lower down, all the way or part way. Tops of the feet come down. Peel it up. Exhale, down dog. Last one. Step forward, right foot forward, left foot forward. Sweep the arms overhead. Inhale. And now last one. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale. Right foot follows. Exhale. Inhale, rise. So I think we're probably feeling kind of alive by now. A little bit out of breath, and that's a little clue as to how much we're exerting ourselves. We can see what happens to our breath. So next we're going to do that same little bit of a flow, only this time we're coming up into our lunge. So inhale, fingers overhead, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lowering down. Tops of the feet come down, peeling up. Exhale, down dog. This time, right heel goes toward the sky. So getting prepped to step forward. Right heel goes toward the sky. And we're going to bend the right knee. Flex the foot. So reach with the heel up toward the sky. This is the other transition in Vinyasa that's very challenging. So we want to draw our right knee in toward our nose, and at the same time we're lifting. So come up onto the ball of your left foot and lift, tuck, hug the knee in, and then send it back up to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee in toward the chest, lift, hug it in, and then reach it back up toward the sky. One more time. This time we're going to step through. So inhale, bring it forward, lift, and then step the right foot toward the right hand. And if that all didn't go perfectly smoothly this time, that's okay. You will build the strength, you will build the flexibility over time. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart here. They're not on a balance beam. And then we're gonna rise up. So using the strength of our upper back, sweep the arms overhead, coming into your high lunge. Pause here for a moment. Settle your breath. And then we're going to take a rotation to the right. So twist over, arms forward and back, open to the right side. Pause. And continue deepening your breath, settling your breath, taking that energy down a notch, and then inhale, hands overhead again. And exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And step the left foot forward to meet the right. We'll do the same sequence again, but let's just give ourselves a break and forward fold here. So hands to opposite elbows, a little swaying, releasing. Next inhale, sweep the arms wide, keep the knees bent, and rise all the way up. Exhale, release the hands. And we'll do the other side. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold, reach the fingertips far forward, hips back, all the way down. Inhale, hands on shins, lengthen the back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Remember, deliberate strength with your legs. And then we're going to shift forward, lower down. Tops of the feet come down, peeling up. Down dog. Inhale, left foot rises toward the sky. Same transition. So bend the left knee, press the heel toward the sky. Come high on the ball of the right foot. Get really strong there. And then draw the left knee in toward the nose. And then lift. Hug it in toward your chest. Send the left heel high toward the sky again. And bring it in. Lift. Inhale. Send the left knee toward the sky, left heel toward the sky. And then coming forward, this time we'll step through. So come forward, lift. Hug the knee in, shift the weight forward, step the left foot to the mat. Check that your feet are on railroad tracks, hip distance apart. Draw your attention to your shoulder blades, your upper back. Find the strength there, and then sweep your arms overhead, coming into high lunge, other side. Pause here for a moment. Your right heel is over your right toes. Your back leg is really strong. Your front toes are spread. Really good foundation. And then exhale, rotate open to the left. And pause here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, sweep your hands back overhead. And exhale, hands plant. Step forward. Allow your hands to go to opposite elbows and just take a forward fold again. If you want to go a little deeper, you can interlace your fingers behind your heels and hug in a little bit closer to your thighs. Whatever pleases you this morning. Next inhale, let's come to halfway up. So hands on shins, lengthen the spine, and then plant your hands, step back to plank. Let's not go through the whole flow right now. Let's lift our hips and come into down dog. So feel that sensation of lifting your inner thighs, your hips, coming up into that tight V. Planting the balls of your fingers solidly on the earth, so feeling that strength, and then allow your heels to lengthen toward the earth. Pause here. Now we're going to walk our hands to our feet at the back of our mat. So just slowly walk your hands back. Coming into your forward fold at the back of your mat. And then sweep your arms wide, keep your knees bent, and come up. And we have let your arms release to the side. We have a sort of slow meditative flow walking toward the top of our mat this morning. So we're going to take our hands to our hips. So I usually place them, kind of wrap my fingers around toward the front and my palms of my hands, my base of my hand on my back. So some nice strength whenever we go into this shape. And then we're going to inhale, shift the weight to the left foot and bring the right knee up parallel to the earth. Flex the foot so you're standing on the earth but in the air. And then let's inhale. Exhale, we're going to reach the right foot forward. So straight forward, parallel to the earth or more or less. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, press the right foot back. So hinge forward and press the right foot back. So this is warrior 3. And then inhale, knee bends again. And exhale down. So I may have had the inhales and exhales not quite right as we were doing that, but let's do the other side. And then we'll start our individual walks toward the top of our mat. Inhale, left knee comes up. Exhale, left foot goes forward, press the foot forward. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, hinge at the hip, send the left foot back. And then inhale, bring the knee forward again. Exhale, step down. That's the full flow. And when we step down, we're taking a couple of inches forward each time. So you're going to find your way to the top of the mat at your pace. So I'll cue you one more time, and then I'm going to let you just find your own way with your breath. So inhale, knee bends, right knee. Exhale, press the right foot forward. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, press the right foot back, parallel to the earth. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, step down a couple of inches in front of the other foot. Continue the flow. I'm going to do it with you, but I'm not going to talk. I want you to follow your breath, your rhythm. If you find yourself moving faster than the rest of us and you're at the top of your mat before we get there, you can either continue working in place or you can just pause in Tadasana mountain pose where you just stand there relaxed with your hands, palms of your hands going forward. So your choice, you can continue practicing the balance. Your warrior three, pressing your foot back and just working with that, or you can just stand, pause, and wait for us. Whatever you do, just follow your breath. Continue to focus on breath and movement and synchronizing the two, creating your own flow. Maybe you're noticing that this movement gets a little easier once your body's done it a few times. You get in a rhythm and the balance is a little less tricky. So find your way to the top of your mat. No rush, finish your sequence. And just pause, palms forward, shoulders relaxed, ribs and belly in, crown of the head tall, and just find a couple of breaths. Now we're going to take our hands back to our hips. We're going to step our right foot across our left. So just a little bit of a lengthening. So step right foot across left. And then we're going to hinge at the hips and fold our bodies over our right leg. So hinge, long in the spine, maybe a slight bend in the right knee. And then allow your body to fold forward any amount, and then wherever you are able to go, you can press your hands into the earth or into your shin to add some support here as you fold. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold just a little bit more each time. Finding breath. Releasing with your breath any tension that you find in your body. Bow your head, let your head and neck dangle. Next inhale, walking your hands back up to your hips, unwinding your legs. And let's do the other side. So step the left foot over the right. Fold your body over your left leg. Maybe a slight bend in that leg. Bring the hands where they need to. You can walk yourself in this time. Just remember your breath. Next inhale, rise, hands back up to your hips. Unwind the legs. And we're going to get ready to come down. So we will once again do our plank, which is the big feature pose of the class. Inhale, fingers to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. One foot, engage. Other foot. Pause here. Feel nice and strong. And then we're going to exhale, bringing our right knee in toward our nose. Lift. And then send it back. Toes back toward the back of the mat. Exhale. Right knee to left elbow. And then send it back. Right knee to right elbow. And then to right wrist. And then plant the shin of the right foot across the top of your mat. Lengthen the left leg back, all the way back, straight back. And now we're going to walk our hands back toward our body. So I like to work with the strength of pigeon first. This is pigeon pose. So I draw the knees toward each other. So find that kind of energy to pulse your knees toward each other and your hips lift ever so much. Just a little bit. Draw the knees in, feel the strength of your hips. Maybe your hands float up off the earth. Find that strength. If they don't, you can let the fingertips touch to the mat and just draw your torso up from there. But either way, your legs are strong. And then exhale. You can either continue to stay here and play around with options like you can bend your back leg and bring your arm up, kind of playing with that position. Or if you prefer, you can come down to the earth, forearms to the earth, and maybe your hands stack and you allow your forehead to come to the earth. Make sure that you're sitting equally over your hips. You're not leaning one side or the other, and just allow your body to release. We'll begin to slow down our breath here. So a full inhale and then an exhale that's maybe a count or two longer so that we can take our energy down a bit. Slowly walking your hands back toward your body. We're going to lean over onto our right hip, and we're going to sweep our left leg, bend the knee, sweep the left leg forward. Two options here. So you can plant, if your hips are pretty tight, you can plant the left foot on the outside of your right knee and just keep it there. If you have a little more flexibility in your hips, you can bend the left knee and bring both feet, soles of the feet, to face the back of your mat. So when I'm in here, just so you see, the two knees are stacked and the soles of the feet are placed toward the back of my mat. This is called cow face. So in this position, make sure your hips just kind of swivel a little side to side, wiggle, till both of your sit bones are really equally planted. You feel them both connected to the earth. And now we're going to bring our left arm overhead, top knee, top arm. We're going to bring that arm to the center of your back. So unfold, bend the arm, and bring it to the center between the shoulder blades. And then press the head into the forearm. So as if that's a headrest, you're leaning your head back, deep opening in the left shoulder, in the left arm. And then we're going to take our right arm out to the side, thumb down, and rotate it, bend it behind your back, and place the back of your hand against the center of your back. So both hands are coming, maybe they're just pressing into your back. If they're able to connect, you might be able to get your fingers to attach to each other, like grip each other. But it's fine just to press your hands into your back and lean your head back into the forearm of your left arm. Deep shoulder opener. So find the space that's right for you and just breathe into it for a few deep breaths. Then releasing the bind of your hands, bringing them down to your side. Let's hinge at the hips and fold ourselves forward over our legs. So no matter where they are, kind of hinging and reaching forward. And walking your hands back toward your body. And we're going to just unwind our legs, find our way back into plank. So plant your hands, step the foot back, other foot back, find your plank. Really take a moment to find the strength of it, the length of it, support in it. And then we're going to take our left knee toward our nose. So bring it in and then send it back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, lift and send it back. Right knee to left elbow, lift, then to left wrist, and plant the shin across the mat and allow your right leg to come down to the earth. So I didn't mention it the first time, but your left heel is right about where the hip crease is on your right leg. If you're able to get it more toward parallel to the top of the mat, that's your option, but most people are going to be more in that space where your heel is about at your hip. So let's find the strength of it again first. Draw the knees in toward each other, so find that lift. Maybe your hands come back off the earth. Breathe into it. And then we're going to release down, forearms to the earth. Stack your hands and just breathe into this space. So begin walking your hands back toward your body. Sit over on your left hip. Sweep the right leg forward. Stack it over your left. Either plant the sole of the foot or bring the knees to stack. Right arm up overhead, center of your back, palm places, and you lean back into your forearm. Left arm out to the side, thumb down, bend the elbow, and place the hand, the back of the hand, on the center of your back. And then lean into your forearm a little bit more. Deep shoulder opener. And unwinding your arms, hinging forward once more. Just fold your body forward. Find length. And then walk your hands back toward your body and reach the legs forward. So just lean back, unwind your legs. And we're getting ready to come down. So plant the soles of the feet on the earth. Find space behind you to lie down on your mat. And using the strength of your core, palms up, engage your core and lower down slowly toward the mat. I'm going to stay up. So once you arrive at the bottom, turn the palms of your hands down. Draw the shoulders in toward your body. Bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet on the earth. And make sure that your feet are just beyond your fingertips. So your feet are right below your knees. We're going to set up for bridge. Not a flowing bridge this morning, but just a quick bridge hold here. So plant the shoulders and feet under the knees, palms of the hands pressing into the earth. Press into your heels and lift your hips. So keep your glutes soft, but press into your feet. Press up through the inner thighs. Draw the chest toward the chin, coming into a little back bend here. Maybe you interlace your fingers behind your back. You don't have to. But just pause here in the strength of this back bend. Couple of breaths. Press up just a little higher through the hips. Draw the chest in just a little bit more toward your chin. And then release the hands and allow the hips to lower down slowly to the earth. Hug the knees into the chest. Make a nice tight ball. And then find that space that you would like to spend in full rest position. So maybe it's traditional feet toward the corners of your mat, hands down by your side, palms up. Whatever space is going to give you the deepest sense of relaxation here this morning. You can roll to your side, you can sit up. Find a relaxing space for the next couple minutes. We always end our class in Shavasana, which is yoga rest. So full release of your muscles and bones and all the effort, even release of the awareness of your breath. Do nothing, just be. We will be here in silence for a couple of minutes. Draw your attention to your breath in the center of your chest. Begin deepening your breath again. Feeling that full breath nourish your body, bringing energy to all the cells. And exhale, tug back in. Next inhale, bringing some small movements to your fingers and toes. Awakening. And then when you're ready, making a pillow with your arms, rolling to one side for a couple more breaths. And slowly pressing your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Allow the palms of your hands to rest. Your hands to rest in your lap or on your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Sit bones grounded. So feeling the support of the earth as we take one or two more breaths here. Just notice, do you feel different than you felt at the beginning of class? Do you feel more alive? Do you feel your breath is flowing smoothly? Does your body feel energized? I hope so. So inhale, fingers above your head, allow them to touch. Exhale, draw the hands down toward your heart. Allow the palms to open, to hold what you've practiced today, what you might want to take away with you into the rest of your day. And we'll seal our practice today with one collective sigh. Full inhale, open mouth, exhale. Namaha, namaste.